You're out of order. This courtroom is out of order. This trial is out of order. Are you guys ready for the drama? Let's dish.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to DISHIN Days, AfterBuzz TV's weekly recap of NBC's #1 hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tami Goveia.
Yay,
Tami!
Yay!
You guys!
You are not out of order. You are completely in
You
order.
are in order.
Okay.
And I'm joined today by two fabulous gentlemen. To the left
We're gentlemen today.
of my left.
We're not gals today. We're
Left.
Hi, everybody. It's Tony Moore in a different seat. Yeah.
Oh, and it's the Michael Mattis. I
Not
think
the
I'm
one
in
and
the same
only.
seat.
Not
that
the
I'm always
Michael
in.
Mattis. The Michael Mattis.
The Michael Mattis.
The.
Want to make
the.
sure that all of you are following us on all social media platforms, okay? So on Twitter, you can find us at _DISHIN Days, and on Facebook and Instagram at DISHIN Days. The at
Is
you
implied.
gentlemen. Also, make sure and check out our other soap block shows. We've got GH Report. We've got the
Restless Wrap.
Restless Wrap. YNR's got some insane storylines going on. So if you're a soap supporter, support.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, you guys. Before we start, what do y'all think about this week? Thoughts, comments?
It was good. Nothing really exciting happened until the end of the
Okay.
trial.
Yeah.
Basically, the trial, and even the trial. I was watching it, and they were, and I get it. They have to rehash everything that's happened, and it was kind of a good reminder of everything that's happened. But after a few minutes, I was like, okay, let's move along.
That's okay.
We know all this. But I get it, and it was a nice refresher. But yeah, I thought it was a solid week.
I think Hong Kong is interesting.
Hong Kong.
What do you mean interesting?
Days of Our Lives is Hong Kong.
Yeah.
The interesting.
Yeah. Well, just the fact that I knew something was going to go down in Hong Kong because I think, I can't remember who I was talking to. I might have been talking to James. Yes, I was talking to James, and I was telling James, and we'll get more into this, but some things just didn't make sense. And then they ended up in Hong Kong, and I was like, oh, that's why, because they needed to take this storyline to Hong Kong. So I'm here for it.
I was a little confused when Hope decided to go to Hong Kong to kind of get her head together. I'm like,
But that's
I don't
why.
understand.
That's why.
Yeah, and that's actually
reason?
surprised me when that whole thing started to coalesce.
Am
What do you
I
mean?
missing something?
What?
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what has to happen, or what was going to happen?
Well, just the whole fact that she kept saying, oh, I have to go to Hong Kong to clear my head and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you didn't necessarily have to go to Hong Kong, but there's a reason why they had to take people to Hong Kong.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
Got it.
It
Okay.
all just kind of made sense.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah. Annie go and said, Hong Kong looks like the Martin House to me.
Abigail's hotel room is Kristen's old hotel room.
Right.
So, but it's days. Like, they reuse the sets all the time.
They do.
So,
Sorry,
whatever.
there's a lot of stuff going on
We got a
that
lot
side.
of crap up here. A
of
lot of crap.
stuff.
On that note, let's start.
Oh, we started.
DISHIN Days.
Woohoo.
I tried to whistle, totally didn't
Love
work.
this.
Oh, boy.
Yay!
Yay!
I love that sound. All right, so starting out with Stefan convincing Abigail and everybody in the family that she's got to go with him
And everybody
on
in the
the
family.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Initially I thought that's pretty lame. Like I thought Chad buckled really easily. Like he didn't put up much of an argument for the whole thing.
He didn't put up much of an argument, but maybe it was in the back of his mind, like, oh, I'm gonna go too. Like, oh, I'm gonna follow them.
I feel like it didn't happen until like maybe that whole thing with Sonny. That he
That
was
kind
just
of
He decided to
like,
go.
He was like,
Oh.
don't you think I'm I don't know already? And I was just like, all right, well, off to Hong Kong you go too then, I guess.
And I thought too, really, Abby has him in the palm of her hand. And if she's saying, I do need to go, well, Gabigail's saying
Gabby.
it, but you know what I
Gabigail's
mean?
saying that.
Gabigail's saying
Abby
it.
Abigail is saying
But, he's hearing Abby say it. So she's saying,
Yeah.
I really do need to go. We need
Yeah.
to do this for the family.
And he trusts Abby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay,
He even made a comment like he trusts Abigail, he doesn't trust Stefan, and that was his issue.
yeah.
So, and he doesn't know about Gabigail yet. So,
But I actually think that Stefan has Gabby, Dr. Laura, and Abigail's best interest at heart.
Really?
Because going back to the conversation that he was having with Dr. Laura, that Gabigail was getting out of control because he had revealed like, oh, you're not real. And
The trauma it caused, yeah.
And everyone else kind of has a sense of who they are, and Gabby doesn't.
No.
So I think that moment where they kind of had a connection where she's like, I just don't know who I am. I'm just this, this personality inside of Abigail. And then Stefan was kind of like, well, for the longest time, I didn't know who I was either.
Right.
I used to go by the name Sam Middleton. And, now I'm Stefan after, finding my birth mother and everything like that. So I thought that was a great, connection that they had, and allowing Gabigail to just kind of be herself and explore and not have to, be under the control of Dr. Laura or Abigail. I was like, oh, okay.
It
I kind of like
makes sense.
this.
Yeah, it's supportive.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of fans were not.
They're
thinking
not
he's
jiving with
supportive.
it. No, they're thinking he's preying on her
Manipulating her.
manipulating her.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's that. I really think that Stefan it really does care for Abigail and is really considering the whole situation.
So you don't think he's falling in love with
He's
Gabigail?
I think he's falling in love with Gabigail.
Yeah, he's definitely falling in love with Gabigail.
Okay,
He definitely is. But I don't think he's taking advantage of the situation.
Okay.
That remains to be seen.
That remains to be seen.
Because
Yeah.
he comes
she's
out.
pushing him.
He's coming off genuine, but Days of Our Lives. Some things aren't as they seem.
But no, but Luke, who is the initiator? It's Gabigail.
It's Gabigail.
The whole I'm surprised you didn't order.
She did-
order
she
the
was
sea
trying to,
urchin. What do you
yeah.
mean? It's an aphrodisiac. It's like, girl.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
you
she's
are
pushing all of
you
his
are trying to
buttons.
just throw all the panties in the face.
D is D.
I'm just.
Wow.
Someone
Would you like to elaborate on that,
So-
No, I
Michael?
would-
Oh, now you want him to elaborate? Because
The D is implied.
The D is
the D is
implied.
implied. Yes.
I loved it. Poor Vivian.
I think you gotta love her, though.
She walks into.
She was
Well,
just
first of
she
all-
was just so
But first of all,
oh god.
she's packing. Gabigail's packing in the living room.
Right?
I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, I didn't. She drug all of the stuff out of her crypt and
Yes.
started packing in the living room. Instead of dragging the suitcase back into the crypt, maybe packing there. They might not have that set built yet, That's probably why. Plus it was a situation because Kate kind of noticed that there was hair coming out of the suitcase,
Right,
but then
right.
didn't question it. She saw it, but then there was no follow through.
So
after
do you think
that.
she saw it? Do you
She
think,
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she stared at
She
it for the
made a
longest
mental
time.
Yeah.
note, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just kind of like, huh.
So yeah, maybe
That's
it'll come back
odd.
later. We'll revisit that later. I don't know, but
Probably.
yeah.
I love the face-off though between Vivian and.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gabigail.
and
They're great,
And
yeah.
Vivian was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
just to let you know, you're
You're
not
the most
dangerous
dangerous
one.
person in this
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
love
also,
that.
just the way Vivian is, she's very just blunt.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, good God, girl. She's not trying to tiptoe around Gabigail
The
at
cuckoo
all.
for Cocoa Puffs girl.
Yes, yes.
I got your number.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And then Chad, again, decides to go off to Hong Kong.
me.
And you think Sunny was the catalyst for all that?
It's somewhere, I think it was he had a thought prior, and then Sonny just kind of drove it home.
Okay. Do you think Sunny overreacted a little bit?
Sonny has been overreacting all week.
He's just been emo.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been a little team too much this
Okay,
week.
I wasn't sure. Is it just me or why is he all up in
Very
Chad's
angsty.
face?
Well,
Very angsty.
because it's his own internal anger now
So he's
being put
projecting.
towards that's the word.
projecting.
Yeah, he's
Got it.
very
Okay.
projecting
That
because
makes-
he's kind of like, you should go after her. You should, but he's really telling
and even
himself
Chad
that.
was like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah. It's like, calm
Simmer.
down.
Simmer down now.
Samadana.
Samadana.
What part don't you understand? The
Right.
simmer or the down?
Oh, the
All right.
dana.
Wow. We're dating ourselves.
Yeah.
Finally, the action hits when they all get on the airplane. They all end up in Hong Kong. And
No, they didn't get on an airplane.
Well,
they just arrived in Hong Kong.
They arrived in Hong Kong on a magic carpet.
It was met. They
and we
beamed
know,
themselves to Hong
and we
Kong.
know that Hope is in Hong Kong with Belle.
with Belle and Sean.
That
So
was
I guess
cool.
that was their the for Hope going to Hong Kong of all places because her son and daughter-in-law were there.
yeah.
And she needed
She
legal
needed that
advice
support.
from
And then, of course, Belle
No.
being a lawyer, she drew up the papers for the annulment.
I know.
I can. Another thing that I appreciate is the conversation that Sean D was having with Hope and being like, in a roundabout way, he was almost being like, aren't you kind of taking this a little far? Because technically he wasn't with you. You know,
The break came up.
All these technicalities.
Well, it's kind of like,
I don't know.
Well,
I'm still on Hope's side.
No,
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
either.
You know
No.
what?
No.
I've decided I would be reacting the same way Hope would in that situation, whether they were on a break. She on a break, whatever. She had a point where she was like, it was a matter of hours. It wasn't even a full day. Yeah, you can keep it in your pants for a day, Rafe.
but
I don't care
no,
who it is.
Here's the thing,
No.
though. Allow him to explain what happened. I mean, we're a
He
little
did.
biased. No, we're a little biased because we saw it, but she has to, for 2 seconds, put herself in his shoes. It wasn't like he intentionally sought out Sammy.
Right.
No,
he didn't.
that doesn't justify what he did.
No.
But
I'm
It doesn't matter whether he sought it out. It happened. That's what matters.
I'm not saying that he's completely not in the wrong, but I'm saying her reaction is a bit much, especially when they weren't together. Apparently, their relationship had ended. She had threw the ring back at him, and you know what? When you go through something like that, you feel a lot of pain. And that day he went and got sloshed and made a mistake.
Yeah.
And the reason why,
And he's got to pay for that mistake.
But
I just don't think the
not-
payment should be the end of the marriage.
Right.
Well, and maybe this is just the natural progression. Maybe she's going to realize that because she did say, like, she's like, "What have you decided what you're going to do?" And she says, "Yeah, I have decided." We didn't see what that decision
Sounds
was.
to me like she's going to annul it.
Or maybe she,
I don't know.
maybe she took what Sean said into consideration. and
Maybe.
she's not.
Well,
so,
listen,
like the initial reaction, yeah, I feel is justified. Like, I don't want you anymore. But sometimes that is the initial reaction, and after some time settles down, maybe she'll come to a realization that okay, it was a mistake. People
Yeah.
are maybe it's
And
worth
even
a
Belle
second
said
chance.
that.
Yeah.
She's like, really, Hope, you sure you want to
But
go through with this?
I'm still on Hope's side. Like, this is probably how I would be reacting if that had happened.
See,
to me,
well
so
then
that's
you're
why.
team too much too, like Hope is. You're
Team too much.
You're team too much.
Team
like,
too much.
It's like there were times where I was like, take a moment, think about the
too much.
situation, and then come back to it. Like who was saying? Was it JJ? Who told Hope to fight for?
Everybody's
No, Chad. I think Chad was. Wait, did Chad tell her to fight for her marriage? Because that's the advice that was given.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She gave him that advice last year.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Y'all were giving me the blank stares like I was the only one that
Okay,
watched
maybe-
it this
wait a
week.
minute.
So maybe that would be a reason why she's like, oh, I've decided. Maybe she's actually decided. Okay, maybe I'm overreacting.
She gave a good poker face,
Maybe
I'll
I'm
give her
team
that.
too much, and I'm gonna be team. Maybe not too much.
Then we
something.
have Chad running into them,
Yes.
and he's going to go off and find Abby, and then it happens, where Hope sees Stefan and
Gabigail.
at
And
dinner.
Gabigail rushes up.
That was a good moment.
It cracks me up though when you just see,
What the?
like when
silhouette.
Gabigail runs off. It's like all you see is the wig.
It was like a
This
flash.
wig running off.
But
And it just cracked me
kudos
up.
to her for how
Yeah.
she slid up out of there.
Yeah.
Like it was literally 2 seconds, and Stefan was like, "Okay,
Hope's here.
don't turn back. Take this."
Run.
And she was like, and she literally like got up in a way that like you could not see her face at all.
no.
Like
No,
she was
that's
just
what I'm
like,
saying, it was
"Shut up."
funny.
I was like, yes,
All
bitch, you
saw
better
was
get up
me
out of there.
Out of the room.
Yeah, I was living. I was like, you better slither your way back up to that room. Yes,
That
you
was a
better.
great moment, and Hope was all up in his face. And I loved it when she called him on and said, "You are looking more and more like your father."
Oh, she said,
Every
I
day-
missed that. I
yes.
must have been distracted.
Because he tried to give her some story about
Right.
whatever,
Oh.
like this is a colleague of mine.
Yeah.
And she's looking at him and she can read him.
Yeah.
She's like, I've known your family for a long time. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yep. She's basically like, listen, you can't play me.
Right,
You just
exactly.
became a Demera. I've known these people for centuries. You not about to
For
pull the wool.
centuries.
Yeah, you're not about to pull the wool over my eyes. Not on today.
That
Nope.
was fantastic. There we go.
Yeah.
I
No,
love that.
You're not gonna pull the wool over my eyes.
My question is so she runs back up to the room and Chad knocks on the door, she tears off the wig.
And all of a sudden, she's in that room. That
and-
confused me. I
and
didn't realize they had adjoining rooms.
She had
Yeah, they said that
they
at the
had adjoining
beginning.
rooms.
I know. I missed that
Yeah.
detail, so I was very
Yeah.
confused
Thank
as to how
goodness.
she got in.
Yeah.
They rewinded us though, so
Yeah.
So he comes in and she's, poor thing, I feel so bad for Chad. Like everybody knows except him. You have to go back.
Feels like it. Yeah.
You have to go back to Salem. You have to do this. Rush, rush, rush.
Yeah.
He leaves and Stefan comes in and she's freaking out. And this whole trip has been about him comforting her and him making Gabigail feel safe.
Yeah. So she can be herself, whatever that is.
And when he says to her, I'll take care of Chad, what does that mean? Like, he's not going to hurt Chad.
No.
Do you have that feeling that he's going to...
I don't think so.
Okay,
Given what he's done so far, no. I don't think it's going to involve injury or... what do you want to call it? Attempted murder.
Murder.
Right.
Yeah, anything. No more murders, please.
No.
I'm done.
I just think
But I think
he has to
he's
do
going to
something.
convince him. He's going to create a situation. He's either going to create a situation where Chad has no choice but to go home. Maybe like something with. He's going to call Vivian and be like
Something. Create some kind
something
of...
with the kid,
Right.
or he's just going to try to run him out of town.
Just create a diversion.
Create a diversion.
And then,
Something.
of course, she can't stay in the room alone because she's got to do something.
Yeah.
She leaves and then decides to come back, and it ends with
Her standing
with
at the
wig.
door.
Again with the wig.
her at the door, and Chaz, dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I will say.
How is she going to get out of this? There's no, like, throwing the wig down.
I will cackle if she turns around and it's not Gabigail.
It's
Like
some,
it's someone
it's
completely
yeah.
different.
That's
That's what I
looks
was
like-
thinking. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, do we know he's at the same door? Or is he maybe at a different door where it's some other brunette lady?
Oh, stop it.
I know,
didn't
I'd be
think about
mad.
that.
I'd be angry, but, I wouldn't put it past
Anything's possible.
what she said.
That's from
Wow, I didn't
Seussical
even
the
think
Musical.
about that.
Yeah. That's what I thought, because I was like, oh, he's going to catch her. And I'm like, what if it's not
And so
her?
she turns around and somebody else because
And
he's
it's
at a different door.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Some other
All right,
lady.
I
Some-
actually like that.
some other
We'll see.
lady.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
That's it for Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That was it for Hong Kong.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna come back to the States.
Yeah.
The other
Oh.
big storyline that really didn't happen until what, like Wednesday?
Thursday.
Or Thursday?
Thursday. The trial.
The trial.
The trial.
The trial. So can I just say that the scenes, it's not really a scene between them, but in the beginning when Trask and Justin are doing their
The opening.
Their
their
opening
openings,
statement.
they're
They
so
were
good.
I was kind of digging
Justin,
like before.
everyone was so good.
Like when she first started coming on and being all sassy, I was not Team Melinda Trask, but after this, I'm like, I kind of like her.
She's good at kind of just weaving in and out of
Yeah.
being like
I thought
rabid
she was.
dog.
I thought she was
to-
a bit over the top, but I
Team
think
too much.
team too much. But no, I like her now, kind of, ish.
No.
I still feel like she's reaching for the stars sometimes.
Well, yeah.
She just, I mean, it's like she just wants to throw someone in there.
She's going to. She's after Gabby. She's after
course.
Gabby. I love.
I did like the part. When
What?
she, maybe we're going there at the same time, but when she was like talking to Justin, and when she was like, or when you thought that I was impersonating,
And the flip of the
And the flip of the hair and all
I
that.
was like, maybe that. I think at that moment I was like, okay, team too much.
Could it be?
Yeah.
Could it be?
Yeah.
I kind of like, well, not kind of. I like the progression of the trial where they
Mm-hmm.
put Rafe up and then they put Eli up, and it's looking good
Yeah.
for Gabby.
Well, I love that Rafe was like, basically just kind of, because Trask tried to get him like, oh, you're her brother.
Right.
Like, how, and Rafe is like, I'm only going to state the facts.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. He
Yeah.
didn't try to like weave anything in Gabby's favor. He just basically said where we are. And when he was like, we still haven't ruled out Anna DiMera as a,
I love that.
it was like, boom.
Yeah, point taken. Because all they have to do is establish doubt.
Right.
Right?
Reasonable
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah. And just
Yep.
that in and of itself was perfect.
Okay, but would the case have gone to trial? Like again, it's Salem, but in the real world, if there was another outstanding suspect, would they have even gone as far as it has yet? Or should I not be thinking that way?
Well,
should I
I
just
think-
like
I need to bring in a legal expert 'cause I have
Right.
no idea.
I'm assuming she's more so on trial and in trouble because she had the evidence
She
that
tried
they
to
were
hide the
looking for
evidence.
and trying to get rid of it.
Right.
And
buy that.
I think this is what stems from it. But
okay.
yeah, Are we at the point of the reveal?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, pretty
I want to
much.
say kudos to the Days writers for giving us a reveal in a completely different
Yeah.
way. They didn't overhear it. Someone wasn't in a bush. They didn't walk in on a room with each other.
Someone
It was
wasn't in a bush.
it was a trial
And
Yeah.
you know what?
and being
Yes.
questioned
Under oath.
and under
And
oath.
that's the only way she would have ever
Yeah.
told
They
the
used
truth.
I feel like I saw a clip. This hasn't happened recently, but I feel like it's happened before where something's been revealed in a trial.
What?
It was Kate when Deborah Adair was playing Kate. There was something
I love your brain.
involving
The
involving
information in your
Billy,
brain.
involving Billy when Billy was Lisa Fabulous Renna, and she revealed something on the stand, and I can't remember what it was. It was either about Austin and Billy's father,
Okay.
or if that's when it was revealed that Bill was Lucas's father. I don't remember, but I remember she revealed something on the stand, and it was very dramatic. So I feel like that used to be maybe a staple of the soap opera, like a courtroom testimony reveal. But we haven't seen one in a while, so yeah, it was nice
It was
to see.
perfect.
It was great.
Crazium said it did. Kate being Curtis's wife.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
I knew it was something.
Yeah.
I loved that moment. I loved seeing Lonnie just
I
frozen.
loved
She's
seeing
frozen.
They showed everybody's like oh shit. Oh,
Yeah.
Excuse me. So sorry. The oh man, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out. And,
you
and
could
everyone was
see
just
Eli.
like Eli
you
was
could
just
see
like
Eli in the back. Like,
Eli Eli more had the look of like, oh
man.
like very
No.
that and JJ, I'm gonna need you to make better choices. I'm gonna need you to make better choices. I actually had something here about JJ because JJ also got word that he passed his EMT test.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he did something. Oh, it was during the court when it was revealed that they had slept and someone said no further questions and JJ stood up and was like, I have questions. I was like, and my thought was when you pass your EMT exam and then decide to become a lawyer. Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I actually laughed out loud when he said
Yeah.
that. That was very
That was
funny.
funny.
That
I
was
loved
yeah.
it.
That
good.
was
Then
hilarious.
poor guy gets found in contempt of court.
I know.
Yeah.
As he should. That was great. Everything was insane.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I know.
I like that we're getting like one like reveal or moment like a week now. Like last week it was Eve and Brady and that whole thing blowing up. This week it's Lonnie and the baby Sitch. And then the week before that, I think it was Rafe and Hope's wedding, and then at the end of the week it was something else.
And
but
then-
I like that we're getting at least once a week we're getting like a
And it was
ooh.
John and Steve, the
Yes,
reveal
that
about
was it.
that.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not drawing things out.
Right,
That's for sure.
like things are kind of moving along at a nice pace. I don't like, there's a medium to for my satisfaction anyway. Like I don't like it when they drag it on for like months and months. But
And I think it
but
used to be
also
like that.
right in the 90s,
Yeah.
like oh my
My
gosh,
God.
like Kristen was doing crap for like a year and a half that everyone was just like, we don't know.
Yeah.
So. I think this is a happy medium. Like things aren't happening too fast, but they're not dragging on too long either.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the 90s, someone pointed out that the judge was in 90210 and played Brenda and Brandon's father.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep, little tidbit. And Annie Gowen said that was the worst possible way for JJ to find out.
I know. I agree.
Yeah. Roberta in the chat said, what's JJ going to do with 2 bikes?
What did you say? I hope he kept the receipt.
Exactly.
Yes.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it
I was
was
like, first of all, you shouldn't have bought 2 bikes in the first place, and I hope you got them from Target because they'll take back anything with or without the receipt, JJ. I'm just saying.
Was that a snort? That was a snort.
That was a snort. That
snort
was,
worthy.
Yeah.
And I loved the what's the room that they were in where Lonnie and JJ
Interrogation room?
the
The
interrogation room where they have that moment.
Yeah.
Of what and I was surprised, and I don't know if I should have been surprised how well JJ took the initial news that they slept together because they were on a break
Again. A break.
They were on a break.
Look who's understanding of our break.
And he kind of took it on himself.
Yeah, I said it.
He kind of took it on himself, like, you know, I was.
He made it his
maybe
fault. I
the
was like,
catalyst.
no, it's not your
Well,
fault.
you know,
no, I'm
he's
sorry.
taking-
He was in the process of killing himself, and he's gonna say, "Oh, I guess it was my fault because I was having some stuff."
It's called being grown
No.
and understanding.
He's being mature about it. He's being compassionate and empathic.
But
Good for
until he
But
was
now he's gonna
like-
find out
he was
the
like,
baby, yeah.
so
Well,
wait,
and then Lonnie-
is that baby mine?
But then when he's being all understanding, she's like, really?
Yeah,
Okay. Thank
great,
you.
off the hook.
And then
Maybe not so much.
then you saw him putting the pieces together in his
Yeah.
brain. Like 1 + 1 is 2.
He's not just a hat rack. He's not just a pretty face.
But the reveal
The
though,
big reveal.
yeah.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
and then
when
Gabby
Gabby
and,
and the rest
and
of them
Eli
walked
walked in.
Yeah.
It felt so good. I love that moment so much.
To be honest, it's a sigh of relief because, you know, even though I'm not in Salem, I felt like I was keeping the secret too.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, whew, I'm so glad everyone knows.
Yeah, and shout out really to Sal. That performance.
She was good.
When she was
So
just
good.
sobbing in the interrogation room as she's telling
Great.
him about all of this.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh,
It
I
was
bet.
so
Oh, I
good.
bet.
I think she was
went
really
home.
crying. I
Yeah.
felt like she was actually like legit,
Yeah.
like not act crying. I think she was really crying.
No, there's no. I don't. Yeah, when people say act crying, like that's
You can
back
kinda
in the
tell.
day. Back in the day, like, those are real. She's
a
good at what
lot.
she does.
So
Yeah.
do we think this is going to lead into a JJ Gabby reunion? Because he was kind of mad at her in the courtroom too.
I don't know.
It depends on her reaction to finding out that that's Eli's baby. Because if we recall, Eli said, "It's not my baby."
Right,
as
they
far
both
as I know.
said, they both kept lying about it even
Yeah.
after the cheating got
So,
revealed.
so now it's going to be revealed that he did know, and
That's it.
Gabby has to be understanding of the fact that this was Lonnie wanting him to go along with this. So we'll see how much
No,
Gabby
but
can be
Gabby's not.
understanding.
Gabby's not going to be understanding because
can't wait to
she
see,
said to him, "No more lies. If there's
Yeah.
anything else, you need to tell me
Yeah.
now." That was his.
that was the moment.
That
She
was the
should've-
moment.
Yeah.
That
And
was
she
the
didn't-
moment.
they didn't
But you
know.
again, you have to understand, it was Lonnie's wishes for no one to know that was actually Eli's baby.
Right. So I'm Gabby, and I'm going to say, so you're going to respect Lonnie's wishes over my wishes for you to tell me the truth.
It's her baby.
Arg.
Just saying.
I got lost in thought, so I have no idea what you guys just said to each other. I'm thinking, I can't wait till Valerie finds out this all went down.
Oh.
Like, it
'cause-
would have been
And
great if she
Dad's-
had been there.
Dad doesn't even know about all this.
Right.
Oh
No.
my God, I feel sorry for him.
Because
I feel bad.
Valerie's probably gonna have a sip of tea and be like, "I told you."
Mm-hmm.
Now you understand why I kept telling you don't be in a rush to get married.
Right?
Nobody listens to Valerie.
No, poor Valerie.
Just saying. Let's see. Arit Alp. I hope I'm saying that right. Eli could have chosen not to lie, though, Tony.
LOL.
I mean, he could have chosen not to lie, but he's trying to be respectful of Lonnie's wishes.
I know.
So
We'll see. I hope she doesn't forgive him. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Eli. You're done.
Oh, you hope Gabby doesn't
Bye-bye.
forgive him?
Yeah.
Okay,
done.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. Bye.
Y'all are harsh.
I know.
That's way harsh,
know.
Ty.
Way harsh tie.
So those are the two big stories.
Yeah.
And before we get into the tidbits, Michael, do you want to?
Wanna have some fun?
Fantastic.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
If you want to have some fun and learn and grow in all areas of your life, we have a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder, Maria Menounos, and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life. I think some characters from the show need this podcast.
I think so
I think
too.
like
They need
Lonnie,
some advice.
Eli, Rave.
Yes.
They
From
need a
health
big
and
sister.
from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you never had. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free.
Free.
Free. Be sure to rate and comment when you do, and let Maria know that it was us, DISHIN Days, who got you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition. Check it out.
Yay.
Bam.
Yes.
All right.
So let's swim through the tidbits really quick.
Swim through the
Let's
tidbits.
swim it. Marlena and
dirty.
Kayla having that moment. I loved it when Marlena basically says to her, "Well, you need to get over this. You
Yeah.
need to forgive John." And Kayla's like, "Oh."
Because like, no, I don't.
Kayla will always be
My
like,
boo.
look, He tried to kill him and poison him. I don't care what the reason was. You could have figured something out. Y'all been a part
Yeah.
of
I
the
love
ISA for
that.
15
She says if John was so smart, he would have figured out another way to do it.
He's supposed to be the best in
you know,
his
at that,
field, yeah.
And at that moment, I was like, wait, she kind of has a point.
Yeah, she's got a very good point.
And shout out to Mary Beth Evans for coming last week.
Ma boo.
I know.
And I
Love
missed
you,
her.
Ma
I'm
She
was so
sorry,
much
Mary Beth
fun.
Evans.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
gosh.
I will make it up to you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she missed you.
I
did.
missed her. I really wanted to be here, but duty called.
John and Steve, bromance there, playing darts.
Bromance playing
that was
darts,
cute.
yeah.
That was cute.
I love that was a bonding moment for them and kind of like a bro, it's okay.
Quit blowing on me. Like, that was so funny.
I don't think that was in the script.
I don't think
that
so
looked
either.
like
I think
an
that was
improvised
ad-lib.
moment,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
love that.
But I love that he got that bullseye with
Right?
both eyes closed. Good for him.
Bullseye? Bullseye?
Bullseye.
I love John's reaction. Brady and Eve hit, Brady trying to use Bella to get back in Eve's graces, and
Right.
she just shuts him down. That was fantastic.
But he's
Shuts
gonna
him down,
help.
but-
He's gonna help her prove to everybody in town that she ain't a gold digger.
Right.
That she's like she's a serious. She's a businesswoman.
She
Businesswoman specials for Eve.
she didn't give in, but she was just kind of like, we're keeping this strictly professional.
Right.
It's only this, and that's that. Good day,
Excuse
sir.
me.
And Brady's just kind of like, well, at least I got a toenail in.
And I loved how she went from attacking him to saying, you know what, if you really love me, like she got real
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a minute. Like, you really need to leave me alone.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to let me do this by myself.
She
And
needs to
he's-
process
He
it.
still didn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shut him down. And then Chloe's back.
Chloe's
Yay!
back.
Chloe's back.
I love
Yay,
Chloe.
Nadia, you're back.
Yeah.
But Mystery Man, did you guys notice the Mystery Man?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Okay, so that's going to be interesting. And
Right.
I
Yeah.
think that's actually, that's going to be good.
That's gonna be good.
And then Will, Paul, and Sunny.
Oh wait, wait,
Yeah.
before we
What?
go there,
What?
Kate.
Kate's still not on the Chloe train.
This is
No.
a PSA from DISHIN Days to you. Please stop interfering in your grown children's lives.
Okay, my thing is, you do have a point. However, that's the character. Like
Kate.
it would be out of character for her to do
Kate.
that.
Beep, 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 beep. Kate,
National Bulletin.
Kate, leave them grown children alone. Kate has married Stefano DiMera and Andre DiMera. Get your life, Kate. You are not the who should be with who fashion police.
There you go.
Okay.
Will, Paul, and Sunny, divorce is final. Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Sunny's
Yes.
moving on.
First date.
Thank
that
God,
was
not with
sweet.
man bun.
Bartender, man bun.
Man bun.
And, okay, Tony, what?
Shout out to the bartender who I have nicknamed Hot Bartender. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. I don't know what your name is, but I know that we don't swing from the same vine. However, comma, you will always and forever be Hot Bartender for me. Just saying.
Oh, that was good.
I was like,
That was
good
good. I
for
like
you.
that.
Now, I know that actor is straight, but I'm just saying, I was like, listen, I would have let you buy me all the drinks.
And before we move on from Hot Bartender,
Mm-hmm.
Vivian, what is she doing?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What?
I was so mad because I was like, thank you, Days.
They're bringing
for
on another?
now, like, kind of growing the gay community in
pond.
Salem
But there
very
is
slowly
there
and
is
surely.
spoiler alert. There is a guy that she's gonna be using.
Thanks for that spoiler.
Thank you.
I think it's out. It's
Okay.
out there. Like it's
I
not
haven't seen it
it's not-
yet.
Okay, it's out there.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Hopefully.
we'll
Fingers
see. We'll see
crossed.
what happens. Yeah.
Grow the pond.
I love how they have what is it, Pal Book and Delve.
And Delve.
Delve.
Yes.
AKA Facebook and Tinder. Just saying. Shout out once again to the hot bartender.
Oh gosh. Shout it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Tender.
Can we have time for segments?
Yeah.
All right. Tony.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in full effect. It is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, now listen. I am going to have to give my 3 Snaps Award to the courtroom because, honey, when I tell you the palm trees and the tea that was being sipped throughout that whole thing was amazing. The first snap kind of goes to the face crack of the whole entire room, which was when Lonnie revealed that she had slept with Eli, and it cut to Gabby's face. You could kind of see Ray's face, Eli's face, JJ's face, and I was like, face crack of the courtroom. And then my last snaps go to JJ when he stood up and said, "No, I got questions." And I'm like, if I was in the courtroom, I would have been like, "Me too." So my official 3 Snaps award goes to the courtroom. Thank you so much for making sure my mug stayed full this week.
Oh, snap!
And that has been Tony's official 3 Snaps award.
Woohoo!
All right.
All right. Next up, Designer Days.
Designer Days. Opulence. Fashion.
Style. Okay, so I have to say that I wasn't really keen on the women this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could have forced myself, but I've been eyeing Chad's blue suit for a couple of weeks now.
Oh.
And he looks, so I was like, why not? Give it up to the men, because they've been looking great lately anyway. So we have Chad in this amazing blue suit, and the model next to him, this is actually Zara, and I love Zara for men. They have great fashion. Zara, Kohl's, Banana, J. Crew, all have very similar blue suits. So go out and get your guy a blue suit.
Blue
This
suit.
looks amazing.
Blue
It's
suit.
just a nice alternative, you know, instead
Yeah.
of the black suit or the gray or the navy
Little
blue.
color pop.
Yeah.
Little color.
This is fantastic. So there you go.
Yeah. And that has been Designer Days.
Opulence.
Fashion. Style.
Okay.
And now it's
That
time
was
for,
time for-
caption that.
What kind of camera was that?
I don't know. I think of like the old cameras.
You forgot
That.
Okay.
Caption that.
Caption that. So we have a photo here of Kate and Stefan, and caption from Heidi Ann 69 from Instagram, and it's Stefan saying, "If I close the door fast enough, they will think she's the one that farted."
Unbelievable.
So I know a couple. I have to
Unbelievable.
say, I know a couple weeks ago I said I was going to pick the shadiest one. However, fart jokes always go to the top of my list.
Great.
'Cause
Everybody's
I'm
going to be tweeting those
perpetually
now.
12 years old. So congratulations, Heidi Ann 69 of Instagram for this week's caption that.
Caption that.
Oh, that was a wrong one. Sorry. Was that right? Right. That's right. Okay.
It's good. We're good. Yeah.
So we don't have a quote of the week, right?
Mark J.
No,
Freeman.
no
And
quote.
Mark wasn't here today because he's working. He's a working gal. So
Yeah,
he
we
sends
miss
his
you.
love, as always. Go bother
you,
him on
Mark.
social media.
But we are going to bring Mark into this whole fan of the week. Fan of the week is going to Lauren at. Oh yes, yes.
Dishin Days
Thank you.
Fan of the Week.
Yay! So fan of the week goes to Lauren at Paprika Cards. She wrote, "At Lorraine Love, I heard your giggle when Gabigail spelled Gabby today. Could it be runner-up for a hashtag quote of the week? Or will it be at Lounge and Tony's hashtag 3Snap Award? Hashtag yes, I pay attention."
Yes.
I love how engaged the fans are. So yay.
Me too. I always appreciate the fans.
Fan of the week.
Yes. Well,
Dishin Days Fan of the Week. Woohoo!
speaking of fans, so I was out in West Hollywood yesterday for brunch.
Big surprise.
And I beg your pardon. I don't always brunch, but I think I'm going to start. We should all
absolutely.
brunch. So I was out in West Hollywood, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and a guy by the name of Jeff came up to me and said, "Are you from Dishin Days?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, oh my gosh, my partner loves Days of Our Lives. He loves you guys. He watches
Aw.
you guys every
We
Sunday.
have local fans.
Yes. He was like, "Can I please get a picture of you to send to him?" I was like, "Oh, absolutely." And then I was like, "Well, what's your partner's name?" And he said, "Michael Huff." So Michael Huff,
Hello, Michael
Oh my
who
Huff.
is
God.
watching us on his big screen TV because
Wow.
he
I'm so
airplays.
sorry about that.
he airplays the
TV.
So we're
YouTube
on
to the
TV.
TV. So we're
We're
on
probably
the
on.
TV
We're
screen.
probably on like some 72-inch high def 4K.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm comfortable.
I
being
know,
one of
right?
those.
That high-
Oh,
I need
that
to put
HD
more
makeup. I didn't
Get
bring my
all
HD
of
makeup.
this. Get all of this. So special shout out to Michael
Thank
Huff.
you,
Thank you
Michael
so much
Huff.
for
Thank
being
you. Love
great
you.
and
Mwah,
wonderful.
mwah, mwah.
And to his partner Jeff, who
Yes.
sent him a lovely photo of us
Aw.
yesterday.
Great.
There we go.
I love that
So
we have fans in West Hollywood.
know.
Me too.
He may be my
Everywhere.
neighbor. Who knows? I don't know. He'd be like, hey.
really quick, probably won't be able to get through the whole list.
yeah,
But
but-
news and gossip.
We're gonna breeze through that
Gonna
list.
breeze through it?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Do we want to start with the other stuff first and then go to the Emmy stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy anniversary to Missy Reeves and her husband Scott Reeves, who celebrated
Happy
28 years of
28.
marriage. So
Fantastic.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. I know that too.
And then new Mystery Man in Salem viewers will be seeing another familiar face on the show. Actor Philip Anthony Rodriguez,
Rodriguez.
known for The Grimm, Rosewood, and The Orville, has booked the role of Miguel, and his episode will start this week, Wednesday.
Yay.
All right, welcome,
welcome.
Philip. And then Greg Rickart from The Young and the Restless will begin airing as Leo this week, who is the app match from Sunny.
Okay.
So it's already out there. Spoiler,
Yes.
spoiler
Yes.
alert, whatever. So
Yes.
he starts this week. He's a good guy. Good actor.
Perfect. And
Welcome.
then
So
The nominees?
Emmy nominees.
Okay.
We can't go through all of them.
No.
Days got a lot in
25.
the acting and in the technicals. So congratulations to everybody.
Yes.
Some standouts. Marcy Miller got a nomination, a much deserved nomination. James Reynolds, Susan Seaforth Hayes, Chandler Massey, Greg Vaughn, Olivia Rose Keegan, Lucas Adams, Casey Moss, some of the guest performers, Rob Derringer, who was Scooter Nelson, John Enos, who played Roger / Elvis
Yes.
during the Susan storyline,
good. I
and
liked him.
my vote, Morgan Fairchild for Angelica.
She was amazing.
She was so
She was
good.
so
I
amazing.
really enjoyed her. And then they got technically they for the technicals they got outstanding writing, directing,
Original
casting,
song too.
and
That
of
was
course
cool.
the show's nominated for outstanding drama.
Yes.
Of the four, multiple camera editing, lighting direction, original song, hairstyling, makeup, stunt coordination. So. Congratulations to everybody and
Yeah.
good luck.
Phenomenal.
They're gonna be sometime in
they're going to be April 29th.
April 29th.
Where's it gonna be?
It's going to be at the Pasadena Civic Center.
You can buy tickets, by the way. if
Tickets are only
everyone's
$50.
local.
And
Oh
it's
wow!
Yeah.
Hosted by Mario Lopez and Cheryl Underwood.
Yeah.
We talk Cheryl Underwood, so that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So
See, we did it.
We did
Is it going to be
Oh
streamed
my
anywhere?
gosh.
Like is it airing anywhere? Or is it just going to be live streamed?
I feel like it might be streamed. I feel like at some point they were talking about maybe it would be back on television, but
I hope so.
I don't.
I think the last time it was on
think
Pop
so.
TV.
Yes.
I think that was the last time it was on.
Yeah.
On the tele.
Well,
on the tele.
I really feel like they should start re-airing the daytime Emmys because they're just as important. Like these people really create daytime, and
These are
should be
people
just
that
as
work
appreciated.
an insane amount of hours on a shoestring budget. These are the hardest actors, writers, like production people, probably hardest working people in television.
Agreed.
And it's the most underappreciated media.
And daytime also acknowledges hosts,
Yeah.
right?
Is RuPaul nominated again? Is she in daytime or is she primetime?
Prime time.
Oh, okay.
Prime time.
So we need to do that.
So we have still a minute. Out of our nominations, who do we feel like will take it home?
Oh boy.
I really want to say
it's
this.
such a strong category. These categories
Yeah.
are so strong.
I think Casey for outstanding younger actor, Casey
Yeah.
Moss. I think he should get it.
I do feel like, and I'm gonna praise Marcy. I messaged her and told her congratulations on her nomination, but what she is doing with the Gabigail storyline reminds me very much of what Eileen Davidson
Yeah.
has
Oh,
yeah,
done
absolutely.
with like
Yeah.
the Susan Bake storyline and everything. And I get chills talking about Marcy and just how brilliant she is and how she has distinctly given characteristics and changes to each of these characters, and we can see them.
Yeah, you can tell which one she
individually.
is
Yes,
without it being,
yes. in her
obvious.
movement and the way she is, and it all happens instantly. And what she's
That's gotta
done.
be like that takes skill. That's
Yeah.
not an easy thing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Makes
it's
it
not
look
easy
easy.
to it's not easy to act like period.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to do those 3 different
The
personalities.
great ones make
yeah.
it look easy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what she's doing.
And when she had to play Gabby as Abigail,
Yeah.
I was telling James, I would have said, girl, I would have just said, look, I'm just gonna play Abigail. But it's such a skill. So Marcy Miller, I can't give you kudos enough for what you're doing. You're an
I second
amazing,
Tony.
and you are such an inspiration.
you. Yes.
And I
So
just
great.
I just love you to pieces.
All right.
I'll be so happy
Perfect
she wins.
timing. Let's
Yes.
wrap.
Yes.
All right.
Tony, where can people find you?
West Hollywood.
You tried it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to find me, you can find me at Lounging with Tony on all social media platforms and my website, loungingwithtony.com.
And you can find me, I don't know, anywhere. No, you can find me on the Twitter at MLMattis1 and on the Instagram at MLMattis.
Yay! And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Instagram official Tami Goveia.
Yes.
Woohoo! We did it, you guys.
You
Thank
did.
you
You
so
made
much.
it, Tammy. Good job.
We did it.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
And one more thing,
proud.
find the show on social media,
Thank you.
Dishin Days on Instagram and Facebook, and _Dishin Days on Twitter. And
At
Tammy, I
Listen
have
Fun.
to say you have handled the lead hosting
Yes.
of today's show brilliantly, as I told you you would
Thank
earlier.
you.
You're welcome.
Good
Thank
job.
you, man.
See you next week, y'all.
All right, bye,
guys.
everybody.
See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.